What is up, everybody, and welcome to FLW Videos. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the Blaziken Community Day Guide. We officially got the last piece of information that we needed to go ahead and build it, and that was related to the exclusive move. A bit of an interesting thing did happen. The exclusive move is Blast Burn, but for all of the fans out there who did predict that it would be Blaze Kick, there's a bit of a catch. But Niantic did tweet out that Blaze Kick would become available on Community Day and moving forward. And if you are a little bit confused as to what all of this means, basically here's how it goes. You've got the move Blast Burn that will only be available during the 3-hour window, plus the extra hour to be able to trade to, evolve and get it. And then secondarily for the move Blaze Kick, it will just simply be available. That just means that the move pool is going to be extended and add on that Blaze Kick. If you want a bit of a trivia, the only situation that you will be able to do to get both of these moves currently in Pokemon Go is you would have to evolve to get yourself that Blast Burn Blaziken and then unlock a secondary charge move and then TM over to the move Blaze Kick to be able to get Blast Burn and Blaze Kick. It can't be in the reverse order just because of how the Community Day moveset works. But yeah, figured that was pretty interesting and thought I might put it at the beginning of the video. We actually have a little bit of a precursor. I actually covered a pre-Community Day guide for this Blaziken Community Day, specifically focused around taking advantage of the bonuses, mostly looking at the ×3 catch Stardust, and a plan that we were going to enact to get ourselves way more Stardust than what we probably initially planned for. And most of it was centered around the idea of stacking up our research task and taking advantage of that. So for those of you who do know about this, you simply stack up your research task. You can stack up to 100 of them. And I got so many questions of people asking me, well, how do you know once you've reached 100 tasks and then it starts like deleting them? Well, what you can do is go into your stack currently and you will see a particular Pokemon. You can take a look at the CP, you can throw a berry on it for some type of marker, something like that, and every time you go back into it, it will still be the same Pokemon. But once you reach 100 Pokemon in total, the next time that you end up completing one of your research tasks that has Wild Encounter, what will end up happening is once you go back into your stack, it will be a new Pokemon. That is how you know you were at the maximum capacity. I went ahead and got to that point so that I could record this so everyone can visually see it. I do think it is going to be helpful. But this event is something that you definitely want to take advantage of. We have a ton of just great news surrounded by it. First things first, a little bit of a lesser known thing is that because of Torchic being weather boosted by sunny weather, we have a very good chance of receiving that type of weather. And I thought it would be cool to go ahead and show you a Stardust chart of exactly what the best case scenario is. If you go ahead and take a look at the base evolution weather boost, and if you use a star piece, we will end up getting 561 Stardust for every Torchic that we catch because of that ×3 catch bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, that is massive. You would probably be able to catch, 200 of them roughly throughout the 3 hours, right? And if you are able to do that, I mean, you're roughly going to end up with 100,000 Stardust simply from catching the Community Day Pokemon alone, not even considering your research task. For me personally, with a research task, I'm just going to try to knock it out throughout the event. It'll probably take me about 15 minutes in total. Of course, I'm not telling you to go away from the Torchic, but if you end up with thousands of candies and you're kind of nearing the end of the 3 hours, I'd probably recommend to go ahead and switch over to the research task and then make sure that you have enough time to kind of clear out those 100. That's just going to be my personal advice. But just remember, the Community Day will be from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with all of the bonuses. However, there will be that extra hour that you can still evolve to get yourself a Blaziken with that Blast Burn. So typically in the last hour or so, I just kind of trade with a friend in hopes that I can get myself either a lucky version or even just a high IV, preferably the highest level possible. So if you're catching weather boosted ones, hold on to them. Even if they are bad IV, and go ahead and trade with your friends, you definitely will not regret it. So yeah, that just about wraps up the video. For those of you kind of wondering how good Blaziken is going to be, what I typically do on the channel is I do a deep dive series, giving all of the different groups enough time to update their spreadsheets, update their raid performance, and things like that. Of course, adding in these 2 new moves at the same time. We already know the stats for Blast Burn, but we are going to get the stats in for Blaze Kick as well. And then, of course, talking about what would be the best moveset and everything like that that will come out before Community Day. So definitely make sure you are subscribed to go ahead and check that out. We're going to do a major deep dive onto Blaziken. I'm very excited about that Pokemon. But anyways, hopefully you did enjoy the video. Hopefully you did find it helpful. Go ahead and let me know what your plans are for the Community Day below in the comments section, and I will see you next time. I wanted to extend a huge thank you to the supporters over at Patreon. You definitely make this possible, and I 100% appreciate this support. If you are interested in supporting my channel on Patreon, definitely feel free to check out the link in the description.